obscene words. We'll go along it and we'll see what's been sprayed so far. It brightens the place up a lot, and at least it's decent graffiti. You ain't just drawing a great big cock and balls.
Well, exactly,
So good morning YouTube, taking a walk down to Pedigree Master Foods because apparently they've been doing some more graffiti down there. And apparently it looks quite good. Who's that gobbing off out the window of the car? Don't know who that was. Made me jump though. But yeah, we're going to take a walk down to Pet Foods, take a look at the graffiti and everything and see what it looks like. As requested by one of my regular viewers. Which is, it's different, isn't it? Something a bit different, more positive vibes coming along. We'll be in town on Saturday with the Reform tent and everything else. Now, there was something else I wanted to talk about today, but I don't know whether to do it today or not, and that was about Facebook and about recent events with what's happening with Keir Starmer and everything, with him trying to put a ban for 16-year-olds online, which I somewhat agree with, but he's going about it in completely the wrong way, to implement the digital ID through the back door. But I think I'm going to save that for another video. Let me turn the camera around. Now I'm hoping the camera's a little bit more stable today. I've adjusted the gimbal that's on it. Plus I'm using a tripod. But we'll see how this goes. It's in 4K 30 frames per second. We'll take a look down Pet Foods at this new graffiti and we'll take a walk through Pet Foods and then back up Saxby Road. See you in a minute. So here we go. They've just started spraying it. I think the professional graffiti artists, I don't know. Alive, Melton, Warby, something like that. Let's take a look. I don't know whether it's just one guy or a group of them. So yeah, more decent, what I call decent graffiti, not this stuff that says obscene words. We'll go along it and we'll see what's been sprayed so far. Morning.
Morning, okay.
Not bad, thank you. I'm just recording your graffiti. Brilliant work, fantastic. Brightens the place up a lot, and at least it's decent graffiti. You ain't just drawing a great big cock and balls.
Well, exactly,
You're professional then, yeah?
yeah.
From Melton,
the
or?
main guy.
Right. I won't get you on camera if you don't want to be on camera, mate.
Yeah, no, it's fine. He's the artist, though, so.
You're still doing a bloody good job. I mean, Christ.
Tiny shop.
Morning, mate.
Morning, well.
I mean, look at the detail they're going to on these flaming things. I ain't got a clue how they do it, but it's amazing. You don't mind me recording, do you?
You know that this is all unfinished.
It still looks good, though. That's the thing.
We've only just started. All main bits down there.
Yeah. Is it Pet Foods who've employed you to do it?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so it is Pet Food. Somebody said last time I came down, did you do the last lot that was on here as well?
It all, yeah.
Christ almighty. I'm going to record it all anyway and put it on my YouTube channel tonight, Street Switch Photography.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. Nice to meet you both anyway. Cheers. So, I mean, this bit's unfinished at the minute, but they're going all the way down to the bottom where it says Live Melton. This is the kit they use. These are all the coloured different sprays and everything else, and it is Pet Foods that have actually funded it. So I think you'll like this. We will be taking a nice walk through Pet Foods itself to actually take a look. So it looks like what they do, they paint it all black first, obviously, so they can get the spray paint straight on top and then do the roses and stuff. And it gets more and more detailed as you go along. Let me just stop the camera a minute because somebody's walking by and they might not want to be on camera. See you in a minute. So yeah, look at that. We'll take a slow walk down with me waffling in the background. Now it is wet underfoot today because it did absolutely piss it down last night, but it is very, very warm. So this is the new bit that they're doing. And it's the same guys that did the Fox and everything else, and it is Pet Foods that actually fund it. Which I'm quite surprised about, because in the other video somebody said Pet Foods don't fund anything. Well, clearly they do. So what we'll do is we'll take a walk up to Pike Hole and see whether they've actually done any more on that big square box thing that's there. We're going to be taking a walk through anyway, all the way to, I think, Saxby Road, up to Pet Foods football ground. But as you can see, a lot of work's gone into this. This is the graffiti artists, if you want to go and take a look. www.localgraffitiartist.com. To you with love. And I think the lads have just gone to grab a cup of coffee. But yeah, I mean, it's better than this sort of shit, isn't it? Let's be honest. Right, let's take a walk up to the other bit and see how that looks. So I'm unsure as to what's happening here. This is the bridge that enters Pet Foods. I don't know where it comes in from, but they're building some sort of bank to that road there, and then this goes across a bridge, as you'll see in a couple of minutes. There's a worker. What are they doing? I spy. I don't even know if that's actual Pet Foods, this part, but I know they've got about 70 odd acres. Now, we have done a video here before, as you know. You've probably seen it, I don't know. But I enjoy coming down here. It's a nice peaceful walk, and after the last few days, I think I was about ready for it, in my opinion. Now I'm just about to walk under a bridge which will go quite dark, but the exposure should adjust, and that's the exposure settings that I was talking about the other day. Now I'm going to turn the camera back around so you can see where I am. There you go. Now again, we have been down here before, but we didn't walk the other way. We walked up to where the big waterfall was. Now apparently there's bridges and all sorts. This place has all been done out. We looked up there last time. This is one of the bridges. It's not every day you get to see something like this in 4K, is it? With a Steadicam. Well, it's a bit more than a Steadicam, isn't it? It's a pretty decent cam. But you can't call it decent cam, can you? Can you? I'm going to be going into town and grabbing a cup of coffee after. I don't know how long this battery lasts for on 4K. It obviously uses more juice when recording in 4K. And I'm holding the actual camera now on a tripod, so I've got a good grip of my equipment. Yeah. So we're going to go across a different bridge this time. Last time we went that way. This time we're going to go that way. So what I'll do is I'll start the camera as soon as I'm across the bridge. Across the bridge. Trains going by. We're just coming off the bridge now, up into this new part that Pet Foods have redone as well. Now, Pedigree Master Foods, who are they? Well, they're a Mars company, and obviously they make pet foods. They had a factory in Peterborough that shut down that used to make a semi-moist dog biscuit, and they've obviously moved on in technology. Lots of robots do the work now, so they've got rid of a lot of employees over the years. Melton relied on Pet Foods at one point. It was a well-paid job. They looked after you. You had good wages, a good pension, Bupa healthcare, everything. My dad worked there, and my dad's dad worked there, and my mum worked there. I worked up there for a small stint through Kelly Services back in the day in Pouch on the Nashibi. If you're wondering what a Nashibi is, it's a pouch making machine. Before they put the meat in the pouch, obviously they have to make the pouch. And you had your Knorr eggs and all the rest of it, you know. And it was a technical job. You were basically known as what they call a tech op, a technical operator. Now, we've been here before, haven't we? There's some swans. It's nice to see some swans on the river for a change. Now, the further we get into this, obviously, the more I'll waffle. I knew a couple of guys at one stage that were actually camping down here because they were homeless. Don't know whether we still get that in Melton or not. I know we've still got homeless people, which isn't a good thing. Never is. Been homeless myself. It's not a very nice experience. But thanks to shelter, I managed to get myself into a hostel after several months and got myself sorted out. This is what I was talking about last time. They've rebanked this just here. Now I don't know if you can come fishing down here or not, I'm not sure, but we'll walk all the way to the bottom, because most of it is like this, just a river with a pathway next to it. If I find anything interesting to talk about, I'll start the video. See you in a minute. Now, this part here holds some very good and bad memories for me. I remember my brother falling over on that waterfall and smashing his head, big egg-shaped lump on his bloody head. He wasn't in very good shape after that. But before this was redone, me and a friend named Stephen used to come down here, and another lad, and we used to sit with our feet in that water whilst we were skiving school. That's where we used to go, just there. That was many, many years ago, but it's things like that that annoy me. You get the old tyre in the river, but other than that, the water is crystal clear, literally. Now, what's that down there? I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a crab thing in the water. What the fuck is that? A crayfish? I think it is. It's a crayfish. Let me see if I can get round here a bit so you can see it properly. There we go. Can you see it? An actual... Is that a dead crayfish? No, it's moving. It's a very colourful one. Now, we've got quite a lot of these in our rivers, apparently. Crayfish. That's the first one I've ever seen. Are they American? I don't know. But there you go. There's a crayfish. Wow, I didn't expect to see that. I wonder if you're allowed to catch them. I think it's illegal to re-release them once you have caught them. I don't know whether they're classed as a pest. But they look evil, don't they? They look like water scorpions or something. Let me zoom out. There you go. You don't want my big head like that looking up my fucking nostrils, do you? Now, I used to ride this way to school every single morning when I worked at a place called SEME, which originally stood for South East Midlands Electronics, but they found that there was a copyright issue with it, so they had to rename it, but they wanted to keep the initials SEME, so they called it Small Elephant, Medium Elephant, and then had the logo of a large elephant and a small elephant with the yellow writing underneath for SEME. Now, I originally went there through YTS Youth Training Scheme. I used to get £30 a week, and it was electronics. They used to sell electronic components and things like that, and I actually loved it there, but I was that much of a tit back in the day, not concentrating on what I was doing, too busy playing pranks on everybody, getting into trouble. I ended up getting the sack. I was there 7 years, I think it was. But some of the people that used to work there I'm still in contact with today. Even the person that sacked me. I'm still friends with them, because it taught me a valuable lesson. It taught me a very valuable lesson. I moved on from that to go to other jobs and stuff like that. And from there, we're here today. And I tell you what, I would not change a goddamn thing. Let me turn your camera around a bit. This is where we've got to walk through. I don't know how easy it is actually to get through here. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Yeah, here's the other bridge. Now, you do get a lot of people fishing down this park, because I used to come fishing down here regularly with my friend David Long, Ian Long, and all the rest of them. We used to come fishing. We even used to go night fishing, so we'd be out all night. And that's my problem today, is kids don't do this sort of thing anymore. Well, most kids don't. They're usually stuck inside on social media. So is Keir Starmer getting it right? He's got the idea right, he just hasn't got the way to do it right. That's what I think. Because he is definitely 100% trying to push in digital ID through the back door. Nah. Anybody in the right mind doesn't want digital ID because we don't want a social credit scoring system in Great Britain. Now this has made me think, do I come off Facebook? What's the first thing you do in the morning? You pick your phone up to see what messages you received in the night, to see what notifications you've got, to see if you've got 100 likes on a particular post or something along those lines. And that's what made me think last night, well, is this the right thing to do? Should I come off Facebook altogether and just do YouTube? Let me just get through here. It's a little bit overgrown, but there are steps and stuff that you can go up and down and all the rest of it. And we're at the back near the Pet Foods football stadium. Now, this used to be a little fishing platform, this did. You'd be able to sit here and fish around this area here. Not anymore. So yeah, we're at Pet Foods football ground at the minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop. I'm going to take a big swig of water. It looks like it's been extended as well. You see, this car park wasn't here when I used to ride through. It was just literally that bit there. But now it's all changed. Pet Foods football ground. Right, I'm going to grab a drink and see you in a minute. So now what we do is we walk up this way. Now Melton's got quite a few football fields and football places, especially up Asfordby Hill area. Down here, and down here this end you've got this football pitch, and then further up you've got a rugby club as well. And this is a nice little walk me and my family used to take during COVID through there. So a good few years ago. It's like they've had new paths put in and everything. I don't know how well used this club actually is, but it's a little bit out of the way. It's all the way down Saxby Road. But yeah, certainly peaceful. I'm just hoping I can get out at the end here, because that looks pretty much fenced off to me. But yeah, I used to ride up here every day to work. Good old memories. Some horses in this field, look. That's part of Pet Foods, I believe, or it's an off company like XO Logistics or Hallmark or something like that. Yeah, you can get through. There's a little twitchell you can get through. Now this will bring us out near Asfordby Storage. And what happens is all the food is made, obviously the dog food and cat food is made at Pet Foods and then stored across the road at Asfordby Storage. It was ideal. Very ideal for Mars to actually do that. Now Asfordby Storage is slowly closing down and stuff and becoming less relevant as a job. They're looking for more technical staff, not just forklift truck drivers and excuse me, and things like that. I've got to get across here without hurting myself now. This will be fun. I'm going to record this bit just in case. 1 foot up, 1 foot down. There you go. So yeah, as jobs fall, robots and AI become more relevant in our lives. This is usually a really busy road, but we've had a new bypass built, haven't we? That's what you've got to remember. So yeah, this here, behind them trees, Asfordby Storage and haulage. Let me just tuck my laces in. Even though now they're covered in shit or something. I don't know. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video because this is a boring walk, and I'll start when I get to the rugby club. So we just stood near Asfordby Storage and haulage, and as you can see, Mars over there, all the lorries used to come out here and go in there. But now Asfordby Storage and haulage, well, the front part is actually closed. Sad times. It's old streets like this that bring back lots of nostalgic memories for me personally. The ones that remain relatively untouched, you've still got your old detached houses and semi-detached houses. This used to be the ATC, the Air Training Corps. That building's quite old. Now looks disused. I don't even know if the rugby club's still used. I don't know. Or is it just used for parking? Are you allowed in? But this is now used, or was used, for karate. You've obviously got the sports ground. I don't know whether people walk the dogs around here or what, but this is where Brownlow School bring the kids to do the sports days and stuff like that. The English and Scottish group, there you go. Quick look round. Town estate actually run this now, I think. So another town estate place that they have to look after with 4 to 5 employees. Now they used to do bonfire nights down here as well, which is quite interesting, and they've got a little pavilion. I don't know how regularly that opens. They've got dog poo bins, so you are allowed to walk around here. It's pretty well fenced off and everything. I'm going to have to take my coat off and put it in my bag. I'm a little warm. So let me just pause the video a minute, and we'll take a walk around the field and see what this is all about. See you in a minute. Quick scan round so you can see where I am at the back of these old houses on Saxby Road. So here we are down at the rugby club, Melton Mowbray, Saxby Road. Again, they used to do bonfire nights down here. For some reason that stopped, I don't know why, but me and a few friends used to come down here every bonfire night and go to that pavilion that I shown you a few minutes ago and get pissed up. And we had some right fun times, some very fun times. And this brings back a lot of memories. It also, because I used to live just across the way here on King's Road, this would have been the football pitch that me and all my other school friends would have come along to and played football with, what was his name, Mr. Parker at Brownlow School. I think the head teacher at the time was Mrs. co.k. And my main teacher was Mrs. Knowles, and Mrs. Knowles used to make me wear a pencil round my neck because I kept eating them. Obviously back then they didn't know I'd got ADHD, dyslexia and autism. And yes, I was treated differently, but again, I wouldn't change a goddamn thing because this has made me who I am today. That leads you to the back of the hospital there. Thorpe Road. I don't want to go there though. An old shed of some description. Now there used to be a World War II bunker somewhere down here. I don't know where it went or whether they filled it in or did whatever. I'm going to walk all the way around the pitch. You've got your little spectator boxes here if you want to come down and watch the football. And a little story, Borrowash Football Club over in Derby. My auntie Kath used to make them the sandwiches. Now she was in her 90s when she died and she smoked and drank heavily all her life. But she had a good life. She used to like a sherry. She used to like a Berkeley cigarettes, or the brown ones. What are the brown ones called? The long brown cigarettes, like female cigars almost. So there is a way into that football field over there, or that plot of land anyway. Just there. I think that should be locked up. Obviously people like to come down here and play noughts and crosses. But I haven't been for a walk down here for years. Again, the Air Training Corps used to be down here as well. Now, if you want more videos like these ones that I'm doing at the moment, and less of the political videos and things like that, you know, where people like to see action, people like to see a bit of conflict, a bit of, you know, controversial stuff, which is why I do the Reform Tent, plus obviously supporting Reform and Restore and everything else. That's why I do it. It gets views. They do get views, but these types of videos I'm not really doing for views, I'm doing more for myself and for my mental health. And I think men's mental health is probably, to me personally, one of the most important things in this day and age. For me anyway, it is for me. And not enough men talk about it. Not enough men come out and talk about it, about the violence that they received in a previous relationship, which I did receive a lot of violence and in a poisonous relationship. Now, I'm not saying it was all a particular person's fault, but that other person is unwilling to accept any responsibility for it whatsoever. And in that case, it is what it is. I put my hands up when I'm wrong. I put my hands up when I've done something wrong. But that's another video. We won't talk about that. In this video, there's lots of little twitchels around here where you can get through into certain areas, which I wouldn't want to go through because then you'd be trespassing. But this has been the rugby club. Pet food sports ground, all the new graffiti that's going off to make the place look nice. One more look where we are. Please let me know in the video if the sound quality and picture quality are okay that's coming out of this camera that I'm using. I'm going to be doing a review on it in the very near future. I'm going to go into town, grab a cup of coffee. I've got to pop to Iceland. Looks like it may piss it down. But I've got to pop to Iceland, grab a couple of bits from Iceland for lunch. I wasn't going to come out today, but I needed a walk. I needed a bit of fresh air. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you can rent that pavilion just there for like weddings and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you can. I'll ask Dean at Town Estate if he can. This is just another area that Town Estate have to look after, keep short on the grass and everything else. See you in a mo. What does that remind you of? Which way does the door actually open, with the lock on the right and the left hand side? And it's the Melton Mowbray Cricket Club. Obviously used to be the rugby club, but different. Very, very quiet in town today on a Wednesday. The new church at St John's with the building that's been extended on the side there. Quite an interesting thing. I'm just going to take a walk into town, go and grab a cup of coffee and chill out a bit now. Looks like it may rain some more, not 100% yet, but we'll find out. Because if I get absolutely fucking drenched, I get absolutely drenched, don't I? Now I think I've got this gimbal to set to follow all, which is a bit odd. Still getting used to this bloody camera. See you in a minute. So with the end of the video in sight, I've just took a walk into town to go and grab myself a quick cup of coffee before I pop and do some shopping and whatnot. So proper ground coffee. That's weird. The exposure going down when I put the coffee up to my mouth. But anyway, this has been Street Switch Photography. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell. Leave a comment whether you want to see more videos like this or not. And I'll hopefully catch you in the next video. Goodbye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day.